the fact is that AI, the way it's grown, there are no boundaries that it will not cross.
So, NG, in today's day and age where people are talking about AI overtaking the IT industry, for someone who's just gotten done with their education or is maybe still getting their education, what is the route that you would advise someone to take?
AI era is probably the most defining, relentless, explosive, exponential. I can use more superlatives, but they're all true in terms of how fast it's evolved within the last 2 to 3 years. And we are just literally catching our breath each day when I actually wake up and I go to my sources of information, various channels that I follow, various podcasts, and the research that I follow. I find that every day I'm learning 10 new things. And for a younger person, it's hard to, stay ahead or even to stay relevant and try to catch the pace of this evolution. As I said earlier, is relentless. So what do you do? Because a lot of people are facing these big conundrums in their career choices, that whether you want to become an accountant, software engineer, lawyer, even a doctor, because the fact is that AI, the way it's grown, there are no boundaries that it will not cross. There are no red lines that it will not cross. It will cross every red line that we can imagine. So it's going to be so widespread that it becomes pervasive in daily lives. It will touch us as a consumer of services and products. It will touch us as a business user, and it will touch us as an employee, as a colleague, as a team member in whatever business we're in. So I can only share from experience that at even how many years I've been in the tech industry, how much of a, if you like, for lack of a better word, the choices that are there in what you can learn and which path you follow, that it's difficult to choose one. So first thing I would do is to advise every young person, every not so young person, is to become a student of AI, become AI literate. And that is essentially the 101 of AI. And by that mean just understand the jargon first. And once you've understood the jargon, you go deeper into each of the pieces of the ecosystem of AI. Because before you decide what you want to do, you have to understand what impact AI will bring in any choice that you will make. Whether you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant or a software engineer, you have to see how deeply AI is going to impact the career of your choice. After you've done that, you go deeper into understanding the impact in your chosen field. So if you are going to be a software engineer, for example, and if you are studying computer science as an undergrad, what you need to understand is that technology will be the key engine driver of every piece of AI that will be built in the next 5 to 10 years. So if you get your learning to a level of depth that you understand the tech stacks, you understand the evolution and the changes that are coming in the new models that every so often, we've got ChatGPT 5 now, we got Grok XI, and Gemini and Llama. All of these models are evolving very fast. And you'll also see that these models have not just limited themselves at just for training on data, they're also building use cases as well. So, GPT, ChatGPT, OpenAI, and Gemini have built use cases. Search, for example, Google is now presenting search through AI, which is, if you like, Google's bread and butter for the last 20 plus years. So not only are they building the models, they're also building the use cases. And that is going to also grow very rapidly, that all the large language model companies and builders have no choice but to go up the value chain and build use cases. Don't believe at the moment there is enough ROI with the investment that's being made. So what does that tell you? That tells you that ultimately the power of AI is going to be unleashed with the use cases of AI. And the training itself is limited in terms of what it can do. The Gen AI part of the puzzle is still limiting in what you can achieve other than producing good quality videos and AI images or writing the right prompts to build a report. All the Gen AI use cases are, I'm not saying finite, but I'm saying they will reach a point where we are not getting incremental benefit. So if you are a student of tech today, what you need to learn is to how to best utilize the power of AI. And the power of AI is going to come from the use cases you're going to build on top of that large language models, which are also evolving into more specific models which are targeting specific industries. I'll give an example. In the industry that we play in, we use the large language models at the moment for some of the solutions that we are building and the use cases we are building. But what we're finding more and more is that we get a lot of hallucinations, and some of the responses we get are so generic that we just don't see any value add in those responses. So we are now starting to target, build more RAGs, which sit outside of the large language models and rely more on internal data and processes that we train on, as well as building small language models which are more specific to our industry, like the financials, auto finance, asset finance industry. So whichever your chosen field is within IT, you have to understand that is going to get more and more specialized from a very generic start and beginning, what ChatGPT achieved 3 years ago, to how ChatGPT has evolved. And I think that probably is a very good demonstration of how career paths are going to evolve as well, from doing very generic things and more kind of a utility use cases, as opposed to more specialized and specific use cases. So if you want to stay relevant in the era of AI, specialize. So start from literacy 101 AI and go deeper and deeper, whether this is on company time, your own time. Invest your own time, because I invest my own time in all the touch points that I have access to. I subscribe to a lot of the podcasts that are coming out regularly. So I suggest you go and do your research. You can use YouTube, LinkedIn. There are some really, really good channels that you can learn from. There are some strong thought leaders that are podcasting. You follow them, and then you, I think, over time will find your own path on how you will empower yourself from AI. But one final point is that there is absolutely no choice. I think that's the most important point, that you will not be able to isolate yourself and work outside of the AI world. You'd have to embrace the AI era. You have to become a part of it, and you have to make yourself relevant, because unfortunately, the individuals who don't embrace AI, who don't go out of their comfort zone to teach themselves and also to learn from others on what is happening within AI, there's every possibility that you become irrelevant, and that's a very stark, difficult message that I'm giving.